Hello my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do. I haven't done it in a while here on my channel. It's going to be a casual chatty get ready with me while I'm going to be creating this makeup look. Everything is going to be a link for you in the description box. There's also a surprise in this video. There is a giveaway, and of course I will put all the details in the info box for you how to enter. I am planning to do a few giveaways in the next upcoming month or so. Going to be one winner in today's giveaway. All three giveaways that I've planned so far is going to be mystery boxes as per usual. As you know from my previous giveaways here on my channel, I'll give you a little hint. Every single one of them will have some type of eyeshadow palette in them and a bunch of other goodies that I'm sure you will enjoy. So if you're interested to enter the giveaway, make sure to refer to the info box. Okay, let's get into the video. I have a lot of things to talk to you about. I haven't done one of these videos since last year, so let's get into it. All right, guys, I am starting with this very casual look because it is a slow day for me. My sleep got so messed up yesterday by like a lot, okay? And today I just decided that I'm gonna take a very slow, super casual day off, and I thought it would be a really good opportunity for me to film a chatty get ready with me video, play with some makeup, show you some of the new makeup that I got, and not all of it is going to be new, but some of them are going to be new. And also I have so much to catch up with you guys on. I have some skincare on my face and I kind of want to show to you briefly. Toner from Claire's. This is a unscented hydrating toner. I've been loving that. I also put some hyaluronic acid on my skin as well. This is from It Cosmetics, 1.5% of hyaluronic acid. Really lovely formula, non-scented. My favorite, a brand new tube that I just repurchased on Ulta, 21 Days of Beauty, not tube, a jar from Clinique. This is like their original formula, all about eyes. I love, love, love that formulation. And I just recently also picked up this new tube from Ulta Beauty. This is their under eye primer. I'm so happy I got this back. I've missed that product so much. I picked up this product from Morphe. It's called Solo Artist Priming Cream Eyeshadow, and I got mine in the shade Airplay. Really cute packaging, glass component. This is the shade. I saw many reviews on this product since it was launched, and I specifically wanted to try this shade so it would work as my like eye primer. Look how nice and bright this is. See that? I'm gonna start from my eyes, you guys, because I do not know what I'm gonna do yet. I definitely want to play with some of the palettes. This applies really easily. I prefer applying it with a brush. As you can see, it just creates that like brighter surface, and it also dries down considerably fast. You definitely have a little bit of working time just to blend it nicely, and I feel like it's not drying. Do you see how bright it is? And kind of covers my veins and all that business on my eyelids really nicely. I've been playing with this for, I would want to say, a good 2 weeks now, and pretty much have been using this on a daily basis just to give it a good test. I like it. It doesn't need to be set because it sets itself, so it could be just worn like this on its own or as a primer for eyeshadows, which is what I like using it for. Okay, so because I'm wearing all gray and I am already feeling full mood, I feel like I want to do something like gray with a pop of orange. That sounds fun to me, so let's go ahead and do that. I pulled this palette, Witch City Salem, Massachusetts, from Nomad Cosmetics. I do have a dedicated video on this, but I want to play with it some more. It has some beautiful grays. Yes, I think we're gonna do that. All right, maybe we will dig into some other things. I will just have to kind of improvise as I go. I haven't done one of these chatty get ready with me videos since last year, since I came back from my homeland and spending time with my family and my mom after the surgery. So I actually want to start from that because I want to express my gratitude to you guys and saying thank you so much for being so supportive and sending your kind messages. Sometimes your small message can make such a big difference in somebody's day. So many of you reached out and sent good energy and good kind words my way, and I very much appreciate that. I definitely needed them. I've recently just posted a full eyeshadow palette wardrobe. That video is already live if you saw it. And this is one of the palettes, and I'm also going to be using this palette. This is also in the rotation. So yeah, I'm going to dig into these two. If you're new here, if you missed out, my mom had 2 spinal surgeries last year because she had developed pretty significant hernias in her spine in multiple places, and 2 of them had to be operated on immediately. So that's what happened. I do have some videos on my channel if you needed to go back and get more details. But long story short, I was with my mom for like almost 4 months and helping my sister take care of her. So she had 2 surgeries about a month and a half apart from each other. She had like constructions installed in her spine, all that. It was pretty massive. So it's been over a year since her last procedure, and I want to say that she's doing the best she can, but it's definitely been a journey for her. It's definitely been a much slower recovery than the doctors would tell you. Just once again, it just proves that all these things that could happen to you physically or mentally are very, very individual. Yes, while there's a science, and I am a big proponent of science, I love science, I believe in science, but there is definitely science, how our bodies are built and all that, how it's supposed to work in theory. But then there's also just like your own individual physiology, right? With your own unique setup. But also mental health has a lot to do with your physical recovery. If you stay positive, if you let people help you, if you have a good, maybe like positive look into something, look for those silver linings, then yes, your recovery, your physical recovery may be different than when you are negative and when you just like push people away, or you're mean and you're not helping yourself or other people to help you. I think it was a huge lesson, huge experience for me personally, for my sister, and for my mom as well. I'm sure it was very hard on her. And my mom is just like one of those people that's like very independent, like a boss lady. In my adult years, this was probably one single time that I've seen my mom this vulnerable. I'm talking, I'm not doing my makeup. Do you guys see why I'm not doing my get ready with me videos? Like I can either talk or do my makeup. Like it's so hard for me to do both. I'm gonna go into this shade. So in the past year, my mom did 2 cycles of rehab. It benefited her really nicely. She did really well. She enjoyed them. It was beneficial for her. She felt much better after every single one of them. So the doctors generally recommend she does the rehab visits, ideally like twice a year. She is on board with that, and we're definitely happy about it. She's not maybe walking like a supermodel on a catwalk, but she moves around by herself independently. She can get up, she can change her clothes, do all these like basics, and everything is a perspective. We just have to be grateful for that. It could have been so much worse. We were so grateful that everything was caught on time. When I tell you it was like a life-changing experience, I'm not taking this lightly. You guys, I'm just talking, I'm not doing my makeup. I don't like that. Let's get on to it, okay? I need more brushes. Not very, but so our spring was considerably busy because we actually had a interesting project going on here at the house. We've been wanting to do this for a very long time. I mean, we've been in this house since 2019, so we moved like 6 years ago. And when we moved here, our backyard was, just kind of basic. There was like nothing very special there. We like to spend time outdoors, especially living in Florida when, yes, the summer season is awful here. Honestly, the worst season in Florida is summer because it's so humid and so hot. It's my least favorite season generally, but Floridian summer is quite literally the worst. So long story short, we wanted to have our backyard redone. So we've been talking about it for the last 3 years. So we reached out to several companies, we got several quotes, and we just wanted to see, the ballpark of what we're looking at, what our options are. While we were doing that, we didn't realize actually how much more work and how costly it was going to get. But once we started like talking to all these companies, we were like, oh, that would have to be a significant project time-wise and also financially. Story short, this spring, we decided to pull the trigger. We started on a project, and it was an investment for sure. And we just decided that we're just gonna take it easy this year because we can't do everything in the same time. We kind of have to pick what we want, where our priorities are, right? Like what is important for our life and lifestyle. And we just agreed that yes, it is an investment. However, that outdoor space would bring so much quality to our like day-to-day life, and especially we're just homebodies. Like I am a homebody through and through. So we started on a project, I believe it was like March, and they finished in April. So that was going on for a little bit of time. I want to dig into like these two shades. The guys turned out to be like amazing. They did such a good job with everything. They were like super reliable, very professional. The communication was just so spot on. We didn't have to like micromanage. I really want to go into this shade and do like a beautiful bright inner corner, you know what I mean? So the project was done in April and we're just so happy. It's exactly what we wanted, and we spend so much time outdoors whenever it's like a nice day. It's been a rainy season in summer. If you didn't know, there are thunderstorms pretty much like on a daily basis. This year, I feel like that was definitely a shift in weather this specific year, because previously it would start like end of July through like end of September. It would quite literally rain every single day. This time it kind of started in mid-June. Like, so in a few of my recent videos, I did mention to you guys that my summer have been eventful, let's just say. And the thing is that my dog got sick. I will get back to that in a little bit. My dog got sick right after July 4th. Today I'm gonna use this foundation, it's so beautiful. So my dog was sick since July, and obviously a lot of things just had to go on a back burner because it was one heck of an experience. But in August, our air conditioner went out. We have 2 floors in our house, and upstairs was 91 in the room and downstairs was 88, while outside it was like 95 or whatever it was. To tell you that I was like half unconscious here is no lie. I don't think I've taken more showers in a day ever in my life. I was very worried for my dog not getting it out of the stroke in this crazy heat. We actually invited 3 different companies for a quote to come in and check out like what was going on here. And every company would come and they would just give us a quote that's bigger than the other. And we came to a realization that it's going to be another massive financial hit for us. Well, the backyard was a decision that we made, right, consciously and like willingly. This one was just very unexpected, like a rock that fell on top of our heads, that it's not just a part that needs to be replaced, it's the whole unit that needed to be replaced. And ultimately, that's what we had to do. We were without air conditioner with a broken unit almost 2 weeks. Thank goodness the whole entire thing was over, and dogs are okay. I was really worried for my Gussie because it was just suffocating heat here in the house. We had actually 3 fans in the house. One was for the dogs and then 2 additional ones for the house. It was crazy, you guys, the least to say. So we got really excited about the air conditioner. So I woke up next day with scratchy throat. I am generally a person who is not very good with changing of temperatures. One of the easiest ways for me to get sick. So this is what happened with the air conditioner. I got sick, you guys, and I got sick with fever of like 102 for 4 days straight. I was laying flat. I could not move a finger at the same time. Like my dog is not still feeling well. I think I'm gonna do this blush. It's so beautiful from Denona. It's beautiful in orange. Thanks to you guys. You told me that this brush is available from Ulta Beauty. This is the original one that I'm using. And I picked up 2 of these. It's shorter. And the design is a little bit different too. It's a little bit different, okay? And the quality feels a little bit more synthetic, but it's than this one. This one is still synthetic, but this one feels a little bit more synthetic. Anyway, this is gonna be my first time trying it. Roughly about a week, maybe after I got better, I had a car accident. All by myself, nobody else was involved. It was just a human error, okay, just me. Nothing is wrong with me or anything like that. It would just did a pretty big damage to my car. My car was not drivable. Dislocated my entire back tire. If you look at my car like this, my tire was like that, out. So the car was towed to the shop. Really good brush, guys. It works just as well. It's beautiful. I'm so happy I have an extra one. So thank you for telling me that it was available. As I'm speaking right now, my car is still in the shop. Yep, it's still there. It's been, I want to say like 5 weeks. It's almost ready, but not quite. I should be getting my car back very soon. Basically, what has been going on, it's just been one thing on top of the other, nonstop, very big financial hits. Let me share some lighter, nicer things with you. So yesterday, me and my partner celebrated our 8th anniversary. We went out to a nice dinner, and we went also to watch a show in a theater, and it was just so lovely. So typically we would travel for our anniversary, whether like close by or we would go somewhere, because like a long time we decided that we do not want gifts. We would rather have an experience together and just do something fun that's like building memories, etc. So we did have some plans to travel for our anniversary this year, but then it got canceled because of all these things that have been happening. I've mentioned that in a few of my recent videos about the like ballet and theater stuff. I am a huge fan of performing arts. I love theater, I love ballet, I love musicals. We discovered local theater last year, quite a few around us. They're local and they're actually quite reasonably priced. Last year I went to probably like 3 different ballet performances. I watched Nutcracker. We went out for around Valentine's Day for Romeo and Juliet. I loved it. It was so beautiful. Our local ballet group is fantastic, so we enjoyed it so much. I'm gonna use my It Cosmetics powder, loose powder. I bought both this one, the loose one, and the pressed one on 21 Days of Beauty. So the theater and ballet season starts like fall through spring, and in summer they all take break, and they just started their season in September, and I was so excited to see what they're gonna play. And we just went, I want to say 2 weeks ago, we went to see a show that's called 39 Steps, based on a Hitchcock novel, and it was so good. It was so funny. The actors, the performance was just amazing, like 10 out of 10. I've been trying to catch some of the like really good shows. I obviously can't go to all of them, but I like to watch all the classics. I'm a big fan of all the classic stuff. Yesterday we went to see something, the performance that was called Into the Woods, which is basically a very interestingly written story based on classic fairy tales, but all the characters are kind of like in the same play, and the story gets like kind of twisted and dark in the second part of the show. It was so cool. I also bought the tickets for a Nutcracker with a different troupe in a different theater, not the same one that I watched last year, and I'm just gonna do a solo date for myself, and I'm so excited about it. But also I got tickets for January to see the Swan Lake. And guys, to tell you that I'm excited is to tell you nothing. I am thrilled. I've been wanting to watch a Swan Lake for so long, I can't even tell you how long. It's been a dream of mine to watch it live. So the ticket prices can definitely go very expensive for the ballet specifically. Also depending on like which troupe is touring. They check your local theaters. The prices will definitely be different, and it's just a really nice cultural outing if you're into that kind of stuff. We do have a few work trips planned that were planned a while back, and they were scheduled and booked with like hotels and flights and all the meetings, everything. They're not very long, they're just over the weekend, like 2 nights, but we're going to 2 different places. We're going to Jackson Hole in Wyoming, which is, I'm so excited. You guys know that hiking is one of my favorite things to do. I don't know, I'm an earth signs by zodiac, and I feel like I love all the earthy things, and I don't know if that at all has anything to do with the zodiacs, by all means. We're gonna be in Jackson Hole for like 3 days, I think, and I'm so excited because for the 2 days, I think we're gonna be in meetings, but we get there 1 day before, planning to go to the parks and renting the car there and just going exploring. So I think I may do a vlog on that, so stay tuned. And if you've been there, let me know what the best things to do there, what are your favorite things to do there. I would love to hear your recommendations. And then we're also going to be traveling to Texas for a conference. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm also a little bit nervous traveling to Texas. I'm not sure why. And question is, do I need to get cowboy boots because I do not own a pair? We're going to be going to San Antonio, Texas. If you know what to do in San Antonio, let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions. Then we're going to have a little bit of time to go and hang out and explore. I generally hope that I'm not going to get sick after the Jackson Hole because it's going to be so much colder there already. I'm going into the black shade. Overall, I'm really excited about the fall season. Fall is my favorite. like you already know, very excited for Halloween. We have a really fun Halloween party planned at my office. I will get into getting my costume ready soon. I'm using my Kiko Milano gray liquid liner. I really love this formula, it's so good. Let me now share with you what happened with my dog. So my dog had a stroke. It just happened randomly on a Monday at dinner time. We came home after work and I was in the kitchen, my partner was feeding the dogs, and all of a sudden he called me and he said, hey, Gus is acting weird, can you come over here? So I came over and we started noticing that his legs were like kind of twisting. He seemed to almost like shake side to side a little bit, seemed very unstable. And then our garage door was opened because we just came from work. Gussie came out to the garage and went through the garage door, like our driveway in front of the house. He just generally looked like he was a little bit lost and confused. I'm like, where is he going? Because one thing about Gussie, nothing can distract him from his food. And why did he walk away from his food bowl? That is a mystery. I was like, this is not normal for him. Something is happening. He started walking towards like our front door, and we have a little like sitting area and some shrubs growing, but they are kind of larger and tightly packed. So he was going straight through the shrubs. And it's like, how is he even going? Because you can't even walk through them. Like they're so close together. They're so tightly packed. So he quite literally pushed himself through the shrubs, came out, going towards the front door. And at that moment, we were just both standing on the driveway, me and my fiance, and I was like, something is going on. Something is wrong. I'm getting nervous already at that time by watching him. And side note, guys, Gussie's my baby. He is my favorite creature on this planet Earth. I love him to the moon and back like countless times. This dog is just so special to me, just kind of observing this whole entire thing playing out in front of us. And then he comes out towards the front door where it's already like pavers, and all of a sudden he starts making like a turn to the right, like a circle, and then he goes to the same circle again, and then he would go to the same circle again. And out of those few times that he circled, the circles were getting tighter and tighter. At the same time, his legs were kind of like getting a little bit unbalanced. And at this time, I started crying because I knew something was really wrong. We knew something was happening at that very moment, but we just couldn't understand what it was exactly. Gussie is 90 pounds. He's a Weimaraner. He's a very big baby, okay? He's a big boy. And so we loaded him both to the trunk because he couldn't get up by himself. I was like, okay, it's a dinner time. We also have another dog that needs to finish his food and like being taken out for a walk. So we decided that I would stay behind and he would take him to the vet. And our vet office is right like 2-minute drive from our house. By the time he got there, they were actually closed. He called me and he said, hey, they're closed. I'm going to vet emergency room. In the meantime, like I am sitting at home crying. I do not know what to make out of it. The time passes. This is beautiful, but I feel like I need a little bit more highlighter, and I think I'm going to do this one from What's Up Beauty Serengeti highlighter. So beautiful. It's in the shade Wild Acacia. I love this highlighter so much. Then he arrived to emergency room and they saw them pretty quickly. He was admitted, but then they triage him and they say, this is neuro, you have to go to our main hospital. Oh my God, how gorgeous is this highlighter? Like a melted glass. I love this highlighter so much. They got admitted and they were there for a while. So he came back home around midnight, I want to say. So he left around 6 and then he came home around midnight. So when they got to the hospital, he got admitted, and the way they basically operate is that they admit him, but they had to do all the tests without you being there. We basically turned him in, and we did not see the dog until Wednesday. The doctors would call us for updates in the meantime. So needless to say, for those from Monday to Wednesday, we practically did not sleep. We were so stressed out. So during that time, they did, blood work, like urine tests, like all these like basics. Then he had to get an MRI done. Ultimately, when we got a final phone call on Wednesday, so we went there, met with the doctor, and it turned out our dog had a stroke, and the lesion was in the right side in his hypothalamus. and the lesion was significant size. Ultimately, it affected his information processing on the entire left side of his body. So he was, well, at this point, I can say that it was a temporary effect because things did get improved, but he was at that moment paralyzed on his entire left side of the body, starting from his face, like a tip of his nose, to his back. So he could not smell, see things. He could not stand on both of his left feet. He did not have balance, and mind you, he's 90 pounds. I could put a food in front of his face right here, he would not see it. Anything that was like mid-center of his face to the left did not exist. His brain would not register. And the way the doctors explained it to me, so the brain lesion was on the right side, but the brain works because it's two lobes. The brain works in a mirror effect. So if there is a damage on the right side, it affects the left side and vice versa. So because the lesion was on the right side, and hypothalamus is the part of the brain that basically gets all the information and gets processed to the frontal lobe. And because that was the center of all the information processing, he could not function. We first met with the doctor, but the dog was not in the room with us. And then they were like, okay, we're ready to take him out. And the doctor was like probably 6'4". He was like a really tall guy. So it was him and another male assistant. The dog is 90 pounds, you guys. And because he was paralyzed, he was just basically a dead weight. You know, a week after I a little bit calmed down, I definitely had a realization that while we were talking to the doctor in the room, he was explaining all these things to us and we knew what his condition was, but he definitely maybe missed to prepare myself, or maybe he just assumed that I was kind of mentally prepared myself to like see my dog for the first time. So the doctor and his assistant, they basically had dog in a harness. It was like two-piece harness that one was holding his like front body and then the other one, the back legs. So it looked like he was just hanging on a suspenders like this, and both of them were carrying the dog. So they basically just held him like this, and he was hanging, like just hanging, like a dead body weight. I was in a state of a shock. I expected him, you know, not being in his best condition, but I did not expect to see what I saw. I think like my brain just got into the mode where it like compartmentalized things, where I was still stayed in a state of a shock while like being able to function and like finish our appointment and such. So we took him home. We got home, we just, you know, we unloaded him. We had to carry him because he couldn't walk at all. I just was at home with my dog. I did not leave his side for like the next 2 weeks, you guys. He was just in a very, very bad condition for 2 weeks. I want to finish my makeup, but I feel like I want to do something orange, and I have these products. I don't know which one is going to work out. This is a Huda Beauty orange lip. And I'm going to do this lip gloss from NYX. Long story short, my dog has been in pretty bad condition for the first 2 weeks. It was very difficult to take care of him because he is 90 pounds. He cannot get out by himself. I don't think I need to go into details to explain you what that entailed. One of my biggest worries was that he could not eat. The dog lost the ability to eat. Then we realized while he was getting all these diagnostics done in hospital, they sedated him a little bit. So the factor that he was also like a vegetable when they gave it to us due to his stroke. However, it was also because of his sedation. So, and this is the factor that I wish the medical professionals would tell me about. I believe like it was like an assumption for them that we would know that he was sedated. However, we were not prepared for that. When I first saw him just like hanging like a rug off of the hanger, that thought definitely did not cross my mind. So it took him about 2 days to come out of the sedation fully, and then we kind of saw what his abilities were at that moment, and it was not a pretty picture at all. So at that time, we had a meeting, family meeting with my fiance, and I said, well, there can't be any expectations at this point, and we're just gonna take it day by day, how he does, what he can and cannot do, and if he improves, we're just gonna adjust as we go with him, and take the best out of it, and give ourselves and him grace, because this was just so mentally and physically difficult. I've never experienced a stroke firsthand like this with people or with pets before, but this was a very life-changing experience, in the sense that once again, you appreciate your physiology, you appreciate your body, you appreciate people that are around you, because you do not know when something can happen, and then can take those people away or pets away from you, and life is precious. Also, show me how resilient people and pets are. Gussie was so resilient. I also could see how grateful he was. One of the biggest things that I've noticed that he did was he was letting us help him, because he could not walk. It was so difficult for us to figure out how to lift him up, like on his feet, and get him out. It take us sometimes multiple tries to figure some things out, some basic things like this out. Our entire routine was out of the window. I told you guys this is the reason why I left this topic for the last. Felt like the last 2 months have been a year long. I'm so grateful for my fiance. He has been my rock through this whole entire thing, because I was falling apart, you guys. When this dog is just my heart and soul. I love him so much. Almost 3 months in, right? Beginning of October is going to be 3 months after his incident, and he's doing so much better. He showed a lot of progress in the first like 2 months. When I look back, I would do it all over again if that ever happens again. He's getting better. He is able to walk and sit, and we're still not fully back on his schedule. He still struggles with like some areas. He gets confused in like small spaces. Like say if he goes around the table and it's like a corner or something, he does not know what to do. He just stays there. And we're like, where's Gussie? And then we see him like stuck in the corner, and I'm like, okay, he can't get out. So there's just moments like that. It's all understandable, but we give him so much grace. Summer, because of his condition, has been very much of a struggle to take him for walks, because we needed to take him for walks because the doctor said, okay, you need to start taking him for like 5 to 7, 10-minute walks maximum, but he needs to start walking to gain the muscles, because at one point he was laying so much. He started getting like alopecia, laying so much on the same side and not having like a full support of the legs to properly get up. So his legs were rubbing on the surfaces, and he started losing hair. Also, the muscles on his back leg that was getting like very loose, so you can clearly see that one of his legs were like nice and meaty, and the other one was the muscles were getting very loose. So the doctor said, yes, you absolutely have to take walks with him. But then we were like, we can't take him out because it's 100 degrees outside. The poor dog is going to have another stroke. So here we go with our backyard. Circling back to my very first story of today's video, we could not be any more grateful that we had this backyard project done, because he was like laying most of the time in our like sunroom and our living room. So our back door is right there. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times I just sat there and feeling so much gratefulness that we actually did that backyard, because I have no idea what we would do if we didn't, if our backyard was just in that chaotic condition that it was. I think partially the way how well he recovered, it was because how much time we spent outside in the backyard, in that space that we had available to us, because we had that opportunity to get him out. I would take half of a dog and my fiance would take like a half of him, and we would like quickly just go outside and like trying to put him on a grass. I mean, if we would live in a different house, or if we were in the apartment, I do not think that he would do that well. Like I always say, things happen for a reason. Very nervous about giving him to our dog sitter. I mean, she's wonderful. She's been boarding them for the last 6 years, and she is an angel from the sky. She's a dog whisperer. She's amazing. I'm a little bit nervous how he's going to do when we're away for our work trips. So that was what was going on behind the scenes. And I want to finish this video on a happy note, because I had a chance to sneak out for a few days to see my girlfriends that I haven't seen in 4 years. It was basically my best friend's reunion, and we now kind of live in different states. We just managed to make it happen. I was very worried about leaving the dog, but my fiance said, okay, go. You haven't seen your girls for so long. It's going to be so good for you. It just definitely filled up my cup so much. This is what's been going on behind the scenes, you guys. Been a lot. I'm still grateful that I recently filmed quite a few videos. YouTube is my hobby. It's not my job. I just show up here because this is my happy place. Having my beauty community here, developing some of the friendships here on the platform means a lot to me and fills up my cup. I'm gonna wrap up my video. There's a giveaway in this video. Remember, if you'd like to enter it, the details are gonna be in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next videos.